Okay. So coming to myself, I have like 10 years of experience in the Dynamics AX, like with various technologies. Apart from, so completely, I have 10 years of experience in this Dynamics AX. So I have worked with the various versions of like Dynamics AX, like AX 2012, AX 2009, and D365. So these are the versions where I have worked in this particular ERP. So so you all know about what is the course name, right? D365 Finance and Operation. So do you know somebody can able to tell like the difference between what is Dynamics AX and what is an ERP and what is D365 Finance and Operation? So the course you are learning for D365 Finance and Operation, right? So what is Dynamics AX and what is D365 Finance and Operation? If somebody asks you, are you working in Dynamics AX? You will say yes. Are you working on D365 Finance and Operation? Because the people who are working in AX 2012 or AX 2009, the prior versions, those are also Dynamics AX only. But D365 is the latest version of the Dynamics AX. Dynamics AX is a technology in that like various versions are there. Like coming with AX 1.0, 2.0, like we have till 10.0 versions are running. So the latest versions we are calling as Dynamics 365 Finance and Operation. Right? Then what is an ERP? So before going to know about this Dynamics AX and before going to know about this finance and operation, so we should understand first of all what is an ERP system. So how this is works. Then only we can understand about our technology. So ERP means Enterprise Resource Planning Software. So what is an ERP means? Enterprise Resource Planning, which will useful for business people actually. So if you take any software in IT industry, just like Notepad, WordPad, PowerPoint, or any application you can take, like bus booking, ticketing, or you can take railway ticket booking. So whatever you are taking, so every application is useful for a certain purpose, right? So you can do one kind of operations with that particular application. So with ERP application, what kind of operations you are going to do? It's a business related operations. So before you are using any application, you need to understand about that application, the people who will use it. You should understand, right? So the people who will use that particular application, then we will understand what we are developing in that. So what kind of new customizations we are going to do in that, right? So you understand ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning, is a software like where we will develop about business related things. We'll automate business related things. So what a business consists, like we will see about first of all ERP definition. So ERP is nothing but enterprise resource planning software, like which will automate all the business processes. Like it will organize and codify about the standard business process and data. And coming to like introduction, this is a basic definition of the ERP, like a software which will support a multi-language, multi-currency, and industry-specific, and which will automate all the business process is called as a ERP. So multi-language, some people are already working with Dynamics AX, like with technologies of AX 2012 and D365 as well. So you know what is multi-language here. So we have a label system here, so which will support the different languages of from the different regions, like people who are using the different languages, they can able to read the data in their particular language, like they can able to read the screens in their particular languages. Just like a mobile phone earlier, if you take that mobile phone is like a very regional app earlier, but nowadays like it's kind of using for certain kind of people only, like it's a globalized we are making because of we are having multiple languages inside. Like the people who are know certain specific language also they can able to install and like they can able to verify and they can use the mobiles nowadays because of it has made it like using different kinds of languages. So it's a multi-language system. So earlier softwares also like English language only we can read in all the softwares earlier. So nowadays it is like every software is making with multiple languages. Here we have a label support. With the help of label support, we can also read our application with different languages based upon the login user. Like if I'm a English user, Finnish user, based on the user I am logging the account, so I can able to read that particular application in that particular language. And coming to the multi-currency means like, for example, if you are logging the application and you are selling an item, so people are paying like your currency is like accounting currency and reporting currencies, like different kinds of currencies we have. Like we have a currency which is paid with USD dollars. So it need to be converted into euro dollars. So how system has to convert that kind of currency from one currency conversion to another currency conversion. So there is a system defined like currency architectures are there. So we have like whenever one person has paid some amount, like it will convert based upon the like whatever the user has paid that amount into system currency. Like what are the particular company currency. So the currency like denotions like currency conversions are available with this ERP systems. And with the D365 also we are supporting this currency conversion by setting up currencies in the general ledger module. And industry specific. So that means like we have various companies we can organize. Like for example, if you take a one brand like Reliance or any one of the brand, so that brand contains multiple companies like Reliance Telecom, Reliance Networking. So like you have different companies for that same brand. So when you want to have same brand for the different companies, like all the business of the same person, they no need to use the different softwares to organize their business. They can use a single software to organize their entire businesses. They no need to use multiple softwares to organize their each and every of their business. If they organize every of their business with separate applications, so it will take lot of cost, lot of time. So this will be lot of investment as well for multiple softwares. So this is so because of that, like we are having one single application which will satisfy all their business needs according to their specific industry. Like for example, Reliance Petroleum is there, Reliance Trends is there. Like so, one is clothes manufacturing, another one is petroleum. So we have a different offers in the Reliance Petroleum. We have different offers in the Reliance Trends. Basically, we are seeing like we can buy one get two, buy two get one. Some kind of offers going to be running in the Reliance Trends, but we cannot perform the same kind of operations in the petroleum. So because we cannot say buy 1 liter of petrol and we can get 2 liter of petrol like that. So we can, according to specific to industry, like we can separately develop the like things according to the company with the same single application. So that is an industry specific. So a software which will satisfy like multi-language, multi-currency and industry specific, and which will automate all the business process. Like what are the business process we have? Sales, purchase, inventory, cost and demand forecasting, retail. So many modules are there. Fixed asset management, organization administration, like system administration. We have all these modules are there. So which will organize all the business process. So that is a ERP system. So prior to this ERP systems, like if you go to history, like earlier we are using the department is like like before going to use the departments, we are using the book entry system, right? Like in the book only, like if you go to small shop nowadays also, if you went to the small shop, so how they will organize their business. And before going to understand about this technology, so if you want to understand about this technology, you need to imagine yourself as a entrepreneur, as a businessman. Then only you can easily understand about this application. So coming to like earlier, like before 60s and all, like book entry systems, like every people has organized their business into book entry system, like how much profit, how much loss, how much selling, what is the purchase, everything. Like they are noted down in the book entry, like book systems, right? So nowadays, like this will be like like automated with the softwares. Uh, Triveni, can you just let me know if people are still joining? Okay, let me continue. So coming to this book entry system, like so it is replaced with the small softwares, like they are organizing for each departments, like separate departments, like each department wise they are created a software. What is department? Like sales department, purchase department, inventory department. So initially, like the softwares are created for specific departments. Later they are integrated. Later they are integrated. Like all departments separately they were created earlier for the softwares of the each department. Now all departments has been integrated into one software. Sales, purchase, all departments are interlinked with the one software. And now they are added more functions in later, and they are integrated all across the web actually. Like with the third party systems also we can able to get the calls of this ERP system to the ERP systems. Just like we are connecting Google payments, we have like Phone Pay, Google Pay, different kinds of options like gateways are there. So we are connecting with the across the web. So like that, like these were organized. Types of businesses, like if you say like we have small scale, medium scale, large scale. Generally, I classified the business into three ways. Basically, our application is a ERP application. The people who will use our application is a business people, like entrepreneurs. So what kind of entrepreneurs can able to use our application? Like a small scale people also can able to use our application, or a medium scale or large scale. Small scale is like below 1 crore, 10 lakh, 15 lakhs. Like we can comment out like that. It's not like definitely 10 lakh, 15 lakh like that. So we'll say below 1 crore people who are earning for their business is a small scale. Then we can say they cannot afford our application actually. So medium scale and large scale people, they can afford our application. So about 10 crore, 100 crore or 1000 crore who are earning per annually. So they can able to grab our application. They can able to use our application because like the costing of this dynamic CX application, like coming to the D365 version, if you are installing it in the cloud-based application, the charges per each user is $192 per month for each user. $192 per month for each user. And minimum 20 users need to be purchase our application. Minimum 20 users need to purchase our application. Sorry.
ఆరలైట్లు
Okay. So minimum 20 users need to purchase our application. That means like 20 into $190 per every user per every month. So it will be costing around 50 lakhs per an year. So that will not affordable for small scale people. So it will be useful for at least medium level and large scale people. And if you are going for the more licenses, it will costing me more, like retail scale unit. And if you are going for the more licensing part, so that will be costing according to their business. So this is about like types of businesses, but basically we have in the industry like more people are in the medium scale and large scale only. Small scale people are very like common for shops, small shops, and they can organize their business with their like book entry, or they can do with the Excel nowadays, online Excel or Excel they can use to operate their businesses. So coming to these popular ERP models, like we have finance, sales, planning, inventory, operation, and HR. So these are the popular modules in the ERP. Like we can see one by one, what is sales, what is procurement, like what is inventory. So coming to sales and marketing, like we are divided separate related actions into one module, like sales module, purchase module. So separate related actions of a business into a module. So one is sales module. Sales module, or we can also call it as accounts receivable module. Like we have two modules are there specific to their functionality, but sales and marketing are account receivable. Treat with this customers and sales orders. So what is a customer and what is a sales order? A customer is nothing but a person who went to the shop and he purchased something from there. Is a customer. And what is a sales order? The order created for that particular customer is called as a sales order. So the domain terminology is very important to understand here, because every language has certain specific domain terminology. So we need to understand that domain terminology only, because we can easily go through that. So maybe we can call in general words, like we can say, have you created an order in Swiggy? Have you created an order in Zomato? So order we can call it as. But in dynamic CX, like we can call them as sales orders, customers. Like generally client or anything we can call it's a customer to that company. Like I told you, like you can imagine yourself as a company, like entrepreneur. So you have your customers. You have you have to create a sales orders for them, right? So a person who is coming to the store and he is giving an order of making purchasing of some items from your store. So they basically call it as a customers, and the order is created for themselves is called as a sales order. So related to customer and sales orders related data we are having in the account receivable are sales and marketing modules. These are basic domain knowledge we need to understand about for each modules, like important modules. So procurement or purchasing. It is nothing but like here we have vendors and purchase orders. So it's a purchasing, like whenever as a company, whenever we are running out of the stock, so what we will do, we don't have any stock in our company. So what we are going to do, we need to get from our vendors. We need to get that stock from our vendors, right? We need to get the stock from our vendors. So what is the order we are going to create? As you are a businessman, as you are an entrepreneur, what is the order we are going to create? Now we are going to create an order called purchase order. We are going to create an order called purchase order. So now this purchase order is kind of a sales order for this vendor, because vendors, we are a customer. For vendors, we are as a customer. But we are making a purchase order to the vendor from ourselves, right? So whenever we are running out of the stock, vendor is nothing but supplier. who will supply the items to our shop. Whenever we are running out of the stock, we need to make an order to them. Right? Then only we can sell to our customers. So these are the details like we are storing in the procurement or purchasing module, like related to vendor related data, like supplier related data. So coming to another module, we will understand about inventory and warehouse management. So here we are storing the stock like items. We are transferring the items from one warehouse to another warehouse. We are maintaining the minimum stock in the each and every store. Like we are maintaining the like different kinds of like location data, like departments, like location, site. So these are the like pallet ID, batch number. Like we have certain inventory dimensions. So we are maintaining based on the location, like how many items are there in each location, and that location also specific to that particular site and every place. Like we can see pallet ID, batch number, including everything. Like here, that item is there. Like if you go to the supermarket or shop, immediately you can find out the item in certain particular store, like place. So how you will get that item from that particular rack number and everything. So because everything, that serial number, rack number, everything will be stored in the operating system. So if you ask where I can find out this particular item, they will tell you go to this particular rack number, you can find out the item over there. Right? So that means like you are immediately notified that the location where that particular item is there. So we are managing that inventory reported data. So basically we want to transfer the data from one particular warehouse to another warehouse, like which is our company warehouse only. So internally we are transferring the data. Or when we are making a purchase order, so the data is coming in incoming. Like when you are making a purchase order, what will happen? Your vendor will supply some items to your company. Then where you will store? In certain location, right? So then inventory will be increased. So there are some kind of journals will be there. Counting journals, like you have item arrival journals, okay, transfer order journals. So like it will be like which will increase your flow of inventory or which may decrease your flow of inventory. Whenever you are making a sales order, so what will happen? The inventory will be reduced because you will remove one item. Because you are selling to your customer, so the items will be decreased. So this is kind of inventory warehouse management operations. Also, we are going to perform with this application. And product and information management. So product, basically, if you are started any business, like a businessman, like without selling any products, how his business will be going to be running? So definitely the products plays a vital role here, because ultimately whenever we are starting a business, we need to sell some items. So what kind of items it is? Either physical or a service products. Physical means a tangible products. Service products means intangible products. So if you see, physical means you can touch and feel, but service products means you cannot touch and feel. Like just like if you go with physical product, a laptop is a physical product, a pot is a physical product, a table is a physical product, a fan is a physical product. So because which you can touch and feel. But if you go with a service product, what is a service product? For example, if you see, service product means training, online training. So it's a service. There is no physical product here, right? So inquiry, if you are going somewhere in the bus station or railway station, you are asking some inquiry. You are paying 10 rupees for that, for example. So that is a service they are doing, service product. Such kind of products we can call it as a service product. So all these are again classified again into product master, product and product variants. So product master, product and product variants. So product master means you cannot directly sell the product masters. Either you can sell products or product variants. Why we cannot sell product masters directly, because product master is nothing but like, which is a global one. Like if I say example, laptop is a product master. Can you sell, for example, if some people came to your shop and they're asking you,
Hmm.
give me a laptop.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, this is Rajesh from Calcutta.
Yes, Raj.
So, I just want to know, is this a technical training course or it is
Yes,
a
yes, it's
functional?
a technical training itself. But before going to know about the next slides, we are going to understand about the domain knowledge. That's why I'm giving a brief session about the domain knowledge. So the people who are in this
Okay,
section,
sir, I just joined since I am coming from a ERP background only. So I have basic knowledge of the ERP functionality. I have worked in SAP. Sir, I have joined
yeah,
here to understand. I was just going to understand that in technical session, when we were going through a
yes,
technical
yes.
session, will we be having, will we be given any training server to practice? That is something I want to know.
Like we can actually, like we can have some like reference, like where you can install, and apart from that, like we can tell you like how to take a download of virtual machines for a free trial, actually, for 30 or 45 days, I guess, like so you can download that free trial machines as
Yeah,
well.
I know, sir, but if I download that, it works for 30, 40 days, then everything goes. I mean, your entire work, all your practice sessions are not there after 30, 40 days.
Yeah, instead of that, like I can recommend, like you can also install some machines, from I can give some reference, like if you go there, and also you can install, if you have separate laptop for that, then you can install
That,
from there.
that I have, because sir, without practice, we won't be able to learn what you will be teaching us, isn't it, sir?
Yes, yes, that's true. Like you have to practice, like
Mm,
more about,
yeah,
like you have to practice and you have to ask more doubts.
yeah. So that is how it is. Also, in that, I didn't have any syllabus of the training course and all. So,
Yeah, they will share you today.
also, is it LCS deployment a part of it?
Yes, yes, yes.
LCS is a part of it. I mean, how will you? I mean, it's a theoretical class or it is going to be shown live?
Actually, like it will be like not more in theoretical part. Like we'll show you one example as well for that. Like how to deploy the packages in LCS. Like, but we will not deploy directly, but we'll show you how to deploy that stage. Till that stage, we can show you.
So how will you? I mean, you will show in PowerPoint.
It's not in PowerPoint, and it's not in PPT kind of thing. So I'll show you from LCS itself.
Much of LCS. Okay.
No, if you are providing the LCS account also, how
Oh,
to create and how to activate that all the things, because
okay.
in
Yeah,
virtual
actually,
mission LCS is required.
Hmm.
yes.
Correct. Correct.
If we are developing anything, then we want to deploy in LCS.
Yes.
Within 45 days means it's not possible, no?
Hmm.
That one also not in
But
45 days
actually,
is not available.
yes, yes. Actually, for some of the but because Microsoft will not go for more days for practicing purpose. So you have to have one personal mission for practicing normal things, and if you want practice such kind of things, you need to make sure of this particular from this VM6, like virtual machines only, like cloud storage machines, which are given for temporarily.
That are things. Sorry, Visualpath is providing, or we have to install, or we have to buy that one. Can you give me the clarity for that one?
Yeah.
Because this is the totally difference is there.
Hmm.
Yeah, actually, the free trial version from Microsoft, like which will give for 30 days, you can directly download that. We can tell that steps. But apart from that, if you want to take install in your machine something, then you cannot. You need to buy from outside source. Like we can tell some references for that, where you can install in your local machine. It's not providing from Visual Path or
But without
That one,
that, sir, without that, we won't be able to progress at all because that is very important. I mean, that responsibility Visual Path has to take for us. so that we are equipped with
Yeah,
a training.
I'll check with the management once again. I'll check with the management once again because for 30 days free trial we can able to provide. That means like not from Visualpath, but we can recommend you how to install and all the steps and all. But if you want more than that many days, so it will not support it from Visualpath, right? So if you want 60 days or 90 days or 1 year, it cannot be like possible.
But sir,
For that one separate charge. Sorry for disturb you. For installation separate charge. For activation separate charge. No.
If you want to
Can I
install
know
in
that one?
local machines only, I'm saying local machines only. I'm saying.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
local virtual machine. Local virtual machine. It's a Hyper-V or VMware. Anywhere you can install that one. For the activation of the LCS is a costly. I know.
yes,
I want to know how much cost it will be approximately, that all things, because the course is different cost and that installation and activation is a different cost. Installation steps is very simple. It's a four patches only is there. We can easily install.
yes.
I want to know the LCS. When you want to activate the LCS, that time only application ID is required. We have to link up. That all the things is a how much cost approximately it will come, because the course fee is different. This one is different. We want to know, because only we want to listening the videos and watching the program is not a good. We want to practice. Then only we knows. Mainly is
yes.
this software is a LCS. It's a everything. If you build,
Yeah,
we
for
have to deploy in
practicing also,
LCS.
for practicing also you require like cloud machine, right? You mean to say like more amount of time with the cloud machine, right? Like 2-3 months you require that with cloud machines, right? For practicing, or you required in a local without
Local only, not
recording.
in local only, not for cloud.
It will
Cloud,
not
who
cost
will?
much, like around 2,000. It will generally cost, I'm saying, but 1,000 or 2,000 it will
2004,
generally cost
2004.
for locally installing that software.
Acha, okay. And what
For
about the
pers-
LCS? Like if you want to practice the LCS, the deployment, and all, how do we do that?
yeah, you need a cloud storage, right? Cloud environment, right? For that, like
But that is
virtual
for
For that
1 month.
one separate.
Oh,
yeah, yeah, that will be different. So that's why you can practice that things from the like this free trial virtual machines. You can install, and meanwhile you can practice all the remaining coding stuff in the local machines better. Local machines is preferable. Even real time
I,
also, like the coding part will be done in the local machines itself, because in a virtual machines like which are downloaded from cloud, like they are charging around 50,000 per month for real time user for companies.
hmm. So,
See,
so the LCS practice that we will do, that will be for 1 month, you're saying.
Yes,
But
1
what
month
about
free
beyond
trial
that?
version you can download it from the Microsoft.
No, that I know, that is for one
Yeah,
month. But we need to practice more now, because it's not for 1 month that we are
yeah. That's what
learning
I'm
this.
saying. For another part, like if you want to download, if you want to work more than that with the without free trial environment, you can practice the remaining all subject topics with the local instance.
So that we have, I'm talking about the LCS. That I have understood. I will practice everything. I will do everything. But the LCS practice deployment, that has to be also done simultaneously. Now, if that is for 1 month, then what do we do after 1 month then?
Yeah,
no.
LCS
Sorry, one
part,
more
like
thing also.
Hmm.
yeah,
Sorry for disturb you. See, if
Yeah.
in case virtual mission we practice, we want to is correct or not. We want to deploy in LCS only. Then only we can know. No, then how we can get the LCS? That is the main problem. 30 days is not enough.
Hmm.
Because today you practice, maybe tomorrow you are explaining the what is the topic. We want to practice that all things means, yeah, this course is around 45 days. 30 days is finished
Hmm.
means, what about the rest of the 15 days where we want to
no,
practice?
no, I'm not exactly saying it's 30 days of that free trial. Also, I think it's 40 days on 45 days itself.
So it's a limited.
And one more thing is, you are till that you are practicing the local machine only. Once the LCS part requires, then I'll recommend you to go with the LCS part, practicing of from the LCS
But
part.
that is a time bound practice now, because we will be practicing for say 40 days. Then what happens after that? Because we are not learning it for 40 days now. We are learning it for, I mean, lifetime. So we need at least a long time so that we can keep on practicing.
I'll discuss about that. Actually, I'll get, but it will not be more than 30 to 45 days as of now. But I'll discuss about that. I'll get the like costing, or if it is happens, if you want to practice more than that days, because every other batch, like people they are managed like working with the free time missions only. So I'll just take a note of your points as well, and I'll discuss you after this session. Yeah, is that fine?
Yeah, it's okay. No,
Yeah, I'll discuss you your points, like how we'll sort out.
we will be wait. We will be wait for your reply for this one
Yeah,
regarding LCS, because this is the
yeah,
main
sure, sure.
one. Because compared to old version to new version, this is the main as of my knowledge.
Hmm.
Yeah,
This is something which is required very much.
yes, 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 sure, sure. We'll sort out your things. Okay, let me continue this session. So you can personally also you can ping on my number. I can discuss with you after this session better. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So coming to product master and product variant. So we are discussing currently. So this is a basic domain knowledge, because most of the people are already having an idea here, but so that I am going for somewhat briefly. Like product master is an example of like laptop. If you say laptop, we cannot directly sell, because we can say like which kind of laptop, like it's a Dell laptop, Lenovo laptop, separate kind of like laptops variants, and we have different variants like laptop variants, like we can say 16 GB hard disk and 8 GB RAM. So such kind of variants we have, right? So directly we cannot sell laptops as a product master. So these products, either Dell laptop or Lenovo laptop, so such kind of products we can sell. Or coming to product variants, like we can sell the like exact product variant, like in the Dell laptop also, like which variant we are going to sell. So these kind of all data is managed by product and information management. So coming to HR payroll, like we know human resource and management, like which will organize all the applications which are coming from employees who are going to be joined as employees, and for them, like they can maintain the payroll after they are joining as employee, and they can maintain their personal records and their trainings, their medical bills, everything they have to manage, the time and attendance, everything they have to manage. So all this kind of data will be managed in the HR and payroll module. So every module deals with certain kind of specific information about the business. So now let's go to product and control module. Here in the production and control module, we have like whenever we are running out of the stock, we are making a purchase order. So purchase order, whenever we are creating, so they can be mainly of two types. One is we can make a purchase order of raw materials, or we can make a purchase order of finished goods. Like for example, if you make a raw materials, then again we need to manufacture that raw materials, and we can make as a finished product with the production control module. The production and control module, which will make the raw materials into a finished good. Further, there is so much of process will be there, and wastage will be gone, and all this process will be done. So before going to production control, we have to see demand and forecasting of that product, how much need to be maintained, how much product need to be maintained in future, how many products need to be manufactured. So everything will be need to be checked with the demand and forecasting as well. So certain kind of things will be going to decide how much production is needed for that particular specific product, and we'll manufacture that items and finish the goods. So this kind of things will be available in the production and control module. And coming to finance module, which will mainly organize with like all kind of financial matters, various like general ledger, trial balance. Like every year we are paying the tax declarations and all. So everything will be organized with this finance module. If you want to purchase some of the items, so the costing and everything they can be like what about the costing and how much cost they have to decide from the finance team. The approvals need to be coming from finance team for purchasing of that particular item. So these are all the different kinds of business process we are seeing in day-to-day life in the normal business. So finally, I'm coming to the business organization model as a CEO. Like if you see, like all these modules are mainly to satisfy this particular customer. So they are interlinked with each and every module because marketing, sales, planning, like production, these are talks to each other. Finally, to maintain the customer, whatever the customer queries, to maintain the customer queries, like to satisfy the customer, and these are all modules are interlinked. And coming to benefits of the CRP, like we can reduce the operating costs, facilitate data management, promote strategic plannings, and we can accuracy, efficiency. These are generally happens with any softwares, and here we are basically plan about strategically, like by providing the different kinds of offers, and we can provide efficiency, and we can provide accuracy as a like we are calculating each and every measures with a fraction of with a fraction of values as well. So this is the benefits of general ERP systems. And coming to career options and like life of ERP, like other ERPs available in the market, like SAP, Deltec. Like currently we are discussing about Dynamics AX. Apart from the Dynamics AX, like these are the other ERP softwares which are available in the market. And coming to a sample ERP, we can say Dynamics AX. And I have, this is about a basic domain knowledge I want to give out ERP before going to understand D365 finance and operation. So next, I want to quickly provide you another slide that is about Microsoft Dynamics AX introduction. So earlier, yeah, most of the people might be already know about what is an ERP. That's a theoretical session, and many of the people already know about that session. And this is another theoretical session. After that, we'll start with the like architecture of the D365 and what types of projects we are going to work in real time as a developer. Those will be continued. So this is one more topic you need to understand about what is a Dynamics AX. So this is one more theoretical topic. These two are only the theoretical topics, and we have from tomorrow onwards, like we will understand about data types and all. So we can see the second topic as well today. So we will see like that Microsoft Dynamics AX is one of the enterprise resource planning software in the Microsoft umbrella. So it has other ERP softwares also. Apart from Dynamics AX, it has other ERP softwares also. That is Navision, Solomon, Great Plains, CRM, Customer Relationship Management. So these are all the other softwares like Microsoft has. They are also an ERP systems from the Microsoft, but they had different kinds of functionalities. When coming to AX, it is mainly focused on finance and operations side. So the other softwares has its own significance, right? So each and every ERP has its own extra benefits, and some of the softwares has for low pricing we can recommend. So mostly from Microsoft, like hot skill is like Microsoft Dynamics AX, Microsoft Dynamics CRM. These are the most hot skill technologies from the Microsoft. And let's go with the history. Like this is a Microsoft Dynamics AX, and which is introduced in the 1998 year from the company called Danish Damgard and IBM. So in the year of 2000, what happened? Like it was acquired by, it was merged to Navision, and IBM has left out here. And Danish Damgard and Navision both are collaborator, and they are working here with the Acceptor 2.5 version. From there, like 2002 year, Microsoft has acquired, just like Microsoft has acquired a Nokia, or Facebook has acquired a WhatsApp. Just like in the 2002 year, that is acquired from Microsoft. Earlier, it was not a Microsoft Dynamics AX. It's just an Acceptor software, IBM Acceptor 2.5, like that. But now in 2002 year, it was acquired by Microsoft and it's called as a Dynamics X, Microsoft Dynamics X. And in the later years, like 2006 and in the 2006 and 2011 and like 2008 and 2011 and 2016, like various versions are released like 4.0, 5.0, 6.0, 7.0. So coming to 6.0 version, we can call it as a AX 2012. So most of the people are aware about AX 2012. R2, R3. Again, specific versions are there in the Dynamics AX 2012. And this is, we can also call as 6.0. But here onwards, like 7.0, accept as 7.0, AX7, we can call it as AX7 or D365 Finance and Operation. And again, the later, like 2017, the retail commerce also merged with the 2017, that another specific module also merged with the ERP application. So this is the whole process of like this particular Dynamics X software. Like it's a history from starting version to current version. So the last version which you are going to use 10.0 versions, like 10.0.35, 36. These are the versions are preparing for Microsoft. Customers are using 10.0.33, 32. Those versions are still using from customers. Coming to now, we are understand about what is the database here. Like like every application requires database. Like because to store the data somewhere backend we are organizing this particular data. So the physical data what we are seeing in the application can be managed from backend. So what is the backend of our application? Like what is the database of our application is SQL Server. Like Oracle database management system and SQL Server. So here we are going to use SQL Server as a database management system with the Microsoft Dynamics X. And for every database, CRUD operations. So what is CRUD? Create, read, update, and delete. These are the operations are going to be performed. And transaction operations like TTS begin, TTS commit, rollback, save. So these are the different kind of operations. We'll discuss once you are opening the SQL Server. These are CRUD operations. It's a small theoretic thing. I'm just saying the SQL Server is a database for our Dynamics AX. And what is the language we are using? Apart from that, we need to understand what is the language we are using. Our language name, like C, C++, Java, most commonly known languages. So what is the language we are using for
XP,
this particular application?
X++.
X++. X++ is a object-oriented programming language or structural programming language?
Object-oriented.
Object-oriented programming language. So X++ is a object-oriented programming language, just like Java, .NET. You are might be aware of that. So X++ also is an object-oriented programming language. And what is the And what is the
Naya book,
development environment?
yeah, you can give to Mr. Rodana. He is crying like anything.
Sorry, I'm not getting you. Okay, let me continue. If you have still doubt, you can let me know. So what is the development environment we are using? IDE. We can call it as IDE, Integrated Development Environment.
Visual Studio.
Visual Studio. So what is means by when by IDE? IDE means why we need to use IDE specifically. We can write the code in Notepad and we can save it in X++ format as well, XPP format as well. But why we require generally IDEs is because of they will get the metadata and they will give compilation errors. So because of like we have various kinds of benefits with the IDEs generally. Like if you go Java, Tomcat, Apache servers, like there you are using here .NET. If you are going Visual Studio again, you are using. So if you are using this IDEs, basically they will notify us like any kind of errors, compilation errors, and they will make sure as like application is proper with alignments, best practices, everything. So basically, this is the reason we are using IDEs, and here our IDE is Visual Studio. Coming to layers and models, like we'll need to understand about what are the, like in AX 2000, many people are working. So layers are very important.
Sorry, one second. For the SQL database, for D365, we can download the backup files. It's possible or not? For AX
Yeah, we can
2012,
download
it's
the backup
possible.
of SQL Server data.
No, in D365, because this is a cloud now. We
In
can download
cloud,
our PCs.
no, it's a like you need to request. You need to make a request to the Microsoft in the production environment. If you want to download, here it even in the cloud, whenever you are purchase the Microsoft Dynamics AX application, like D365 Finance and Operation application, they will give you sandbox environment, like virtual machines where you can develop your applications, and where you can have acceptance testing, and finally where you have production environment. Microsoft will provide you these environments. Then in the production, if you want to ask, you need to make a request from the Microsoft team to the Microsoft team. You want a backup of your data, and they will maintain your backup of your data every time as well, because they are have to secure your data in the cloud. And in local systems, like you have, it's your responsibility to take the backups and all in the sandboxes given.
Okay.
Understand?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So coming to this layers part, it's mainly focusing the AX 2012 till AX 2012 versions. Because like layers also we are still having in D365, they will not much impact in the D365, but we need to understand this concept why the layers are introduced actually. So the layers are introduced because of like Microsoft want to maintain their code as securely. Like some people are more cautious than others, some people are not cautious, like while writing the code. They may introduce many kind of erroratious code. And to manage that, like Microsoft has to say like, this is my code and this is the customer code. They need to make a comparing of differences between the what is Microsoft code and what is other layer code. So they are introduced specifically different kinds of layers here. Like system layer is the Microsoft layer. It's the bottom layer. And if you are going more top towards that, like we have GLS, globalization layer, feature pack layer, solution layer, independent solution vendor layer, like value added reseller layer, customer layer, and user layer. So total 8 layers we have, including its patch layers, we have total 16 layers we have. So system layer is the bottom layer, where we have the Microsoft code. Where we have the Microsoft code is system layer. So once we are going to the top layers, we can see the Microsoft code as well and other below layer codes as well. The top layer people, the user layer people can able to see all the below layer people code as well. So why we require generally this many kind of layers? Like if you see independent solution vendor layer, so people have a specific like specifically they want to make independently, they want to create certain kind of like what we can say like MICOMs. You can take a MICOMs as one of the independent solution vendor layer, where we have implemented certain kinds of new modules, new solutions to the business. So now these ISV layer people can sell their particular information, like whatever their particular features to the different customers. Like whatever Microsoft has given, apart from that Microsoft has given, they have made a bunch of like features, and those features are again going to sell to the another customers. So here, this is the reason like we are using different kinds of layers. Like each layer has its own significance to the specific customer of Microsoft. So which specific kind of development only done in the each particular layer. So how these layers are organized, how it will be organized is like if you see, I have an example for that. Like for example, if you see, this is the Microsoft layer, system layer. So in a table, if you are created a field called ABC, 3 fields are there in. So the user layer people also can able to see, the top layer people can also see ABC. Like the whatever the three fields that are created in the Microsoft like system layer, the same fields can able to see in saw by user layer people. In middle, what happened in the middle layer? In some middle layer, some people created D, like they customized D. They added one more field in the table called D. So now top layer people can able to see A, B, C, D. Now, if you see, I have created in the system layer, I have ABC, and in the var layer, I have hidden this BC, and in the user layer, I have added D. So finally, that user layer, the top layer, whatever the layer, we can have finally A and D. So whatever the lower level people, they are the first persons, like system layer people, they are the first persons who develop the code. And now, whenever we are
Excuse me?
implement, yeah,
Rajesh, can you make the screen bigger, like full screen?
yeah.
I'm not able to see anything.
Let me come one by one. So we have already this point, and we understand like Dynamics 6, Navision, Solomon, GP, and CRM. So, and maybe if you are not able to see these things like the evaluation of Microsoft Dynamics 6, so you can see here. So currently we are using like the latest version Dynamics 365 Finance and Operation and Retail, and just a database introduction. And so multi-company support also we can have. I already told different companies we can use with this with the help of data area ID. So I will explain you once the database introduction again comes from SQL Server. Layers. So you can see now these are the layers. Can you able to see like these layers? This layer.
Yeah, now it's fine. Now it's fine. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So sorry. So again, coming back to the example, like I told you, like some people who has created ABC from Microsoft, like sys layer people in this particular table. So now final layer people also can be able to see ABC. Like whatever I told, like the system layer people who are creating the code first, and the later versions, like later layer peoples are adding the more code, or they may be hiding the code. So the top layer can people is able to see the all the below layer people code. Here we can observe that like system layer people has implemented ABC, and the top layer people also can able to see ABC. And coming to system layer people has created ABC, and var layer people has added D. So we can see finally ABC D in the user layer people. So similarly ABC is added by the system layer. So var layer, like we are hidden this BC, and we are only kept this D in the, like we removed this BC and we are added D in the user layer. So finally top layer people can see AD. So this way, like we can compare what is the difference from Microsoft and what is the difference in other layers they have made. So how, so why this is very important for Microsoft is tomorrow if you had some problem with this application, so we'll, what is our next like point to meet is Microsoft, because we'll blame the Microsoft like this application is not working because your code is not correct, and because of that like we are facing so many bugs, so many issues of that. So now immediately Microsoft will say, have you tested with a plain code, sandbox code or plain code of mine? Have you tested with the sys layer code apart with your layers? So we can understand, we can compare the code as well for each object, like which is from Microsoft code or is it different code like that. So we can compare them. Next tutorial you mostly understand about these things, hopefully. Right? So this is about the layering part. So this is the AX tutorial version I'm showing, like mostly you are working on AX tutorial. So this is you well-known thing for you, like it's a AOT, application object tree, where you have the different kinds of elements, like programmable elements, and we can see model, layer, company. So these are the things you can see in AX tutorial, and D365 I'll show you while opening the application itself. And coming to a model is a set of elements in a given layer. So like yeah, yes, this is the last one. Like we have done with this. So only model. I'm just this is the last topic. Like we have done with this. Like model is nothing but it has set of elements in a given layer. Like we told already, we have like 8 different layers, including patch layers. We have 16 layers. So if you take any layer if you take, so it has n number of models, 1 to n number of models. So each model is nothing but a folder. Physically, it is a folder. Just like you are organizing your machine, like your system. Like if you want to organize your system with different folders, like entertainment, or you want to make study, documents, different folders, how you are organizing. So similarly, here you can organize your system with different models in each layer. Like at least one model will be a default for each layer, and one system model will be there. So while we are developing, we are recommended to create one new model where we need to develop our new customizations. Okay, we'll create a new model. This is the first step while we are going to develop the application. This is the first step we need to start the program.
That's that.
Yeah. Now you can ask me or let me know after this session, like about the installations part. But if you have any other stuff related, if you want to ask, you can ask.
So this model, like you said, is MVC. I mean, it's the same framework of MVC. Like
Which
other
one you are
.NET
asking about?
programs, like in module you said, like in other .NET programs, in MVC
Okay.
framework, we create model. So it is like that only?
In .NET programming, namespace.
Yeah, we create namespace, but in MVC framework,
No,
we
no, no.
create models.
Just like a namespace. Model is just like a namespace.
Yes. So in MVC, in MVC framework, you have something called model, where you define the core logic. Then you have a view where you define all the views. Is it like this here?
No, no, no. It's a different part, and it's not related to that. It's just like a model is just like an example of namespace. You can see where you can organize different classes, right?
Yeah, classes. So that's where the core logic
That's,
of your application
yeah,
resides.
that's programmable elements you can
Yeah.
organize in each model, like different. Those are table internally. It's a class again. Table, whatever, everything. It's internally a class again. While you are opening the development environment, Visual Studio, you can check. You can create one table. You can create one class. You can create one form. Everything again
Yeah.
organized as a class one. Because that will be like when it is builded and it will create a database objects and it will create a form adapters classes. So all these are internally managed from the object class, derived from the object class only. So that is from kernel level. So basically, a model is just like a folder. How you are organizing in your system? Like if the system is a layer, if your OS is a layer, you are organizing all your folders in the same way. Like in all, you can create number of models where you can organize in each model. You have certain kind of like business process. You can organize. Like for example, retail model is there. Application suite is there. Retail model is specific for retail developments. Like
Okay, okay. And
yeah.
will you be training us on entities?
Data entities, yes. We are
Yes,
training on data entities.
how to create or how to, I mean, go through the existing ones, modify them. You will be training us on that?
Yes, data entities, simple data entities, and we have composite data entities as well. We can.
So composite also will train us?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Good. And what kind of reporting we are going to learn? I mean, we have something called SSRS, we have something called electronic reporting.
Yeah,
So
but
which one?
currently in this session, we are not focused on electronic reporting. We are focused on SSRS only.
SSRS.
SSRS only. Yeah.
So in in Microsoft D365, there are some standard reports. Like if I go to, say, purchase orders, pending invoice report, and that is not a necessary report that comes in the on the screen itself. And suppose there are some additional fields required to be inserted. So, I mean, will we learn all those things also?
You can let me know like specific to any requirement if you are asking about that, like because we still using the SSRS in Microsoft Dynamics
Yeah.
8, like D365 also.
Yeah.
But
you
yeah,
know,
there are various kinds of
there are certain reports which come in the form of a table on the system itself, where you can do you can apply all the filters and all. So if where
electronic
you can
reporting. You can say directly you can organize without a more requirement like related with the developer. Like it is not required from the developer level. You can organize that is a that
no, I'm not
functional also
asking
can
about
able to.
electronic. No, I'm not asking about electronic reporting. Electronic reporting,
Okay.
you have said it's not covered now. I am asking
Yeah.
about, suppose you have suppose you go to open sales orders in the system, or you go to all
Okay.
purchase orders. It will show all the purchase orders. Now, suppose in that purchase order list, there are say 70 columns, and there
Okay.
are few specific columns which I want to include, which is not there in the insert columns list. So Microsoft has given us that option to include additional fields which they have provided. Suppose a particular field I require is not provided in the list. So will I be able to do this after? I mean, will you be training us on that as well?
Yeah, you mean to say like it's a existing report customization? Like you are adding a new
It's
field
not a report.
in a
It's not an SSRS report.
no. We currently this is mainly we are discussing about here in this training. We are discussing about SSRS, query report and RDP reports only.
If you go to accounts payable, and if you
That's
go to
okay.
all,
That's okay. I'm just saying that like we are focused here in this training. Like I'm saying, like we can check that, but I'm just saying that in this training we are focused on query report and RDP report only SSRS.
I'm not talking about report now.
Okay.
I'm saying
Okay.
if you go to if you go to a transaction level, if you go to accounts payable, you will find that there is something called all purchase orders. If you click on
Okay.
that, the screen gives you a list of purchase orders along with a lot of other information like purchase order, purchase date, vendor name, vendor code, then your open type of purchase order, everything it gives. Okay.
That's
Now,
true. Yeah.
if I want to insert few more fields which are not there for better visibility and transparency, can we learn that from you?
Yes, that is a normal customization only. Right? Yes, we can learn that obviously.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because you are asking basic customizations only. That is definitely we'll learn. You are just went from reports, so that's why I'm still you are asking about the reports. But
SSRS report
this,
I have understood. SSRS report.
yeah, yeah.
SSRS,
But
what
customization you
SSRS
will learn, like
report?
all customizations you will learn from form customizations.
Yeah, okay. And SSRS report, are we going to use RDLC?
SSRS reports,
Yes.
yeah,
Are we
SSRS reports we are going to learn.
RDLC, or what is the tool that we are going to learn on?
Tool in Dynamics Visual Studio onwards, you can create that SSRS reports. You just require the services to be running. SQL Server reporting services need to be running on your machine, and you
Exactly.
can create the report directly from the Visual Studio itself.
So for that you need a tool. Is it a RDLC?
It's not required to separately download any tool. It is coming along with that, like Dynamics 365 installation
But it will
itself.
show us how to do that. I mean, because you get the layout once you have that. Because you need to have
Designer layout,
also
you mean to say?
designing layout. Yes, for designing layout you need some tool, nah?
Yeah. That will like when you want to open the designer, yes, you can need to download that RDLC.
Yes, so RDLC. That's what I said. RDLC is required for
Yeah,
designing.
but that is automatically will be installed with the Dynamics 365 Visual Studio. It's not required separately. You need to get somewhere
Yeah.
like when you are opening the designer, it will automatically come.
So RDLC is required. That's what I said. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So this
It's
you will
not
be training
separately
us.
required. Yeah.
This you will be training us, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Now we both have a question on the LCS part. So how do we start that?
Yeah, we'll come after this. Actually, I'll separately need to discuss with team, and we'll get back to you for the installation part.
And these classes are 5 days a week.
Yeah, we
How-
can make this classes 5 days a week, and any Saturday, we'll plan in a month one Saturday for like basically we'll see based on the audience, like we'll see. So how many are interested from the Saturdays as well? Like we need to focus on Saturdays.
Okay. And this and you will be giving us the practice sessions and all practice exercises, everything. I mean, it is
Yeah,
how.
yes. We have practice topics are there for each development session.
Hmm.
Each technical session we can give one task, small task.
So is it the only form of communication with you through this, or we can call you or WhatsApp you?
Actually, because it will be anytime, one time you are calling, that's fine. But it is the best way of communication because we can screen share as well. But if you have any urgent issues or like that, you can. I can give my alternate number as well. I'll share with the Visualpath team, so maybe they will discuss with you.
Yeah,
They will share you. Yeah.
because a lot of, I mean, since we are students, you're students, so we might text you for things. We won't disturb you, but there are some issues we might like to text you, and maybe you can, at per your convenience, you can revert. That's
Yeah. Okay.
and this course is for how many months and everything. And those details also, I think Visualpath will give me.
Yes, there is a minimum 45 sessions are there. So mostly it may extend so because of sometimes it may be lag or it may be due to more doubts or so minimum 45 hours will be there, like 45 sessions will be there.
So around 2 months.
Yeah, around 2 months we can say 45 to 60 days.
Okay.
So, hi Raj, this is Suresh.
Yeah.
So, I'm completely non-coding background. Like as part of my
You are
curriculum,
coding
I know
background?
about, yeah. So, as
Okay.
part of my curriculum, like I know about the OOPS concept, but I never implemented, and I don't have that practical knowledge or implementation knowledge in that. So, are you going to suggest it for this to me, or
Yeah,
no?
actually, I'm starting with the OOPS concepts itself, like basically data types and conditional statements, looping statements. After that, I'm going with the OOPS concepts. Like what are the OOPS concepts that are supported in the X++?
Okay.
Yeah, so you will understand about like even interface, abstract classes, and you will get access modifiers. After those only, like we'll go with the tables, classes, all those things like creation of like customizations for forms, reports, and that.
Okay. So,
Hello.
which means
Yeah.
I can easily we can handle. That is what you meant to say. A person who doesn't have the
Yes,
programming
yes.
knowledge.
My training is basically focused from like very like we can say basic level. Because the people who are knows those basics and are already, they might like already get bored, but it'll concentrate from basic level actually. Like the people who
Okay.
don't know anything on this. That's why I'm started with the domain knowledge itself, like D365 domain knowledge itself. Because some people who don't understand about
Okay.
this application, it will be difficult directly if I start about coding pattern from first day.
Okay. And Raj, one more thing. Let's like how you are going to suggest. I mean to say we have a career gap, and then now I'm going to I mean restart my career.
Yeah.
So in that way, it's going to be the suitable, or no, I'm working from last 10 plus years or 12 plus years or something. I mean, I have experience, right? So
Yes, yes,
how you're going
yes.
to
Yeah.
suggest.
Yeah, this is
basically.
suitable for even already experienced or even having middle gap as well. But we can fix those gaps with like we can, if we are confident in this
Understood.
application,
Understood.
like we can use those gaps here. Yeah.
I know. Understood. Yes. That's correct.
Yeah, this is a like hard skill technology currently. You can see only one thing I can suggest anyone who is feeling about this technology, how this technology is like if you don't know about this technology, you can just go with the Naukri and you can search about the jobs or anywhere
Okay.
like you can search about the jobs of this technology. You can easily find out how many opportunities we are having this technology nowadays.
Okay. Raj, if I want to meet you, or if I want to had a call one-on-one kind of to clarify something, so is it possible?
Just like we'll discuss later, like you can connect with the visual team. Like basically they will contact me for that. So I'll
Sure.
let you know.
I'll. Okay. Thank you.